A book review of A Mouthful of Dust by Nghi. I read this fantasy novella via NetGalley and Tor.com. Thank you, Tor.com, for the widget for this NetGalley arc. I really, really enjoyed it. The stats for the book should be on the screen. This is the 6th book in the Singing Hills cycle installment by Nghi that follows Cleric Chi and Almost Brilliant, their animal companion, as they travel throughout the kingdom looking for oral stories that they can write down to put into their archives. And this one was super interesting. Let's talk a little bit about why I liked or didn't like this book. Now, this 6th installment in the Singing Hills cycle was probably one of my favorite. It did have a little bit of a decline in world building and character development for me, but honestly, the story, the themes, and the way they were represented was so good and rich that I honestly didn't really care about the things it was lacking too much. So we are still following Cleric Chi, our non-binary main character, and Almost Brilliant, their oral storytelling companion, and we follow them into this province that has been afflicted by massive famine and basically driven into actual cannibalism. And Cleric Chi is reaching a point where they are actually being hindered in their oral storytelling, where they have usually been embraced before. This particular kingdom or province doesn't really want them to tell the stories because it doesn't paint them in the best light, obviously. But this has some really great themes surrounding the fact that you can't run from your past, the things that hunger does to humanity and to those who are struggling with immense hunger and famine in the world. And it is one of the darker installments for this entire series. The Brides of Singing Hill was another really dark installment, and I think this one took it even darker. They seem to be getting darker the more we get of these novellas, which so here for. I love a good dark fantasy, and this one was definitely hard to read in points. This one definitely has some triggers I would suggest looking up because it does involve some very triggering material. So please look into that. I will put a few of them here, but it is not an extensive list by any means. Check with the author on that. But this definitely was very interesting. We have famine demons. We have a very mysterious family that's at the center of everything. Highly recommend. A fantastic novella installment, and if you've liked the previous books, very, very good. I highly recommend.